Thanks for staying with us. Now, ordinary working professionals are falling into a prey. Now, many of them these days are getting fleeced by their employers who are taking close to ₹1 lakh for H-1B visas, which they are never provided later on, nor do candidates get their money back. The employers say they are victims of circumstances and that the immigration rules of the United States are strict. NDTV Hindu goes undercover to sniff out the effect on Chennai's IT professionals.
The truth is, most Americans aren't asking for a lot. They don't need overseas tax shelters. They don't need a long list of loopholes. All they want is a fair shake. And they could stand a break. Because most Americans have simple dreams.
Call it the butterfly effect. US President Barack Obama's restrictive policies on H-1B visas have had implications in faraway Chennai. NDTV Hindu decides to go under the wave of panic and deceptions.
Number you're trying to reach is temporarily out of service. Idea mobile customer
A vicious circle of entrapment that has left unsuspecting H-1B visa seekers defrauded and distraught. This company, Allied Solutions, hires IT professionals and has now ceased to exist in India after duping unsuspecting visa seekers from every part of the country. From Pune,
he's saying everything bullshit, sir. Yeah, it's very long time. I'm waiting for him, waiting for my refund. It's been a very long time. He's supposed to be give me back in October or September last year. It's very late.
To Bangalore.
Yeah.
So you never thought of filing a police complaint or something?
It's a human mentality that we are still hopeful that we will get the visas. I was very much disturbed. I sent them such kind of emails that you are please and you are this and that. He'll give me one new date. So I tried contacting Police Commissioner of this Chennai, but I was never able to get through. So I was not able to even contact. Right now I'm looking for a lawyer in Chennai.
So NDTV Hindu decides to track down this company on its official addresses. Our first stop is Alvapet, where the company is based. Employees of this complex are reluctant to talk, fearing that no one will rent their premises because of the disrepute brought by Allied Solutions.
Allied Solutions. எப்போ எவ்வளோ நாள் ஆச்சு? 5-6 மாசம். ஆக்சுவலா என்னோட 2-3 ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, அவ கொஞ்சம் கேஷ் கொடுத்துருந்தாங்க. ஆமா, இப்போ சிபிஐ வந்தாங்க. அச்சா, சிபிஐ சிஐடி போலீஸ் வந்தாங்க, பேனாபேட் போலீஸ் வந்தாங்க. அவங்க அவங்க இங்கே ஷிஃப்ட் உங்க பாகம் போனாங்க. உங்க பாகத்துல இருந்து எங்க போனாங்க தெரியாது. உங்க பாகம் இங்க இருந்து போயாச்சுன்னு சொன்னாங்க. ஓகே. அப்புறம் எங்களுக்கு தெரியாது.
Our next stop is this business compound, the last trace of Allied Solutions in India. Here too an air of deliberate ignorance. Sources have told NDTV Hindu that Allied Solutions were asked to vacate this compound. The reasons quite clear.
Yeah, Allied Solutions. Where? I don't know, they recorded before 1 month. 1 month before? More than 1 month. The new office? I don't know the number. What is the problem with them? They're not... but taken some of the money from the...
In India, the company has vanished into thin air. NDTV Hindu finally managed to trace the company in Ohio, in the United States.
ASGI is based out of US, and since recession came, their support center here got closed because of the infrastructure and money requirements and all that. So there was somebody who has been hired to finish this whole process out. Nobody wants problems and needs to be done in a more professional way, or maybe in a much matured way. And people who have been handling this here locally in India were not doing their job properly. That is something which we are doing, and hopefully this entire thing will be done in the next maybe 3 to 4 weeks time, Manish.
US President Barack Obama has plugged the flow of H-1B visas into Indian hands, and the result is there for everyone to see on the ground. Certain employers are now finding it increasingly difficult to fulfill the promises that they had made to prospective H-1B visa seekers. Call this the typical butterfly effect, something which Indian policymakers have accepted in the recent past, that certain American restrictive policies are hurting Indian professionals real bad.
I think it is an indication of protectionism, and interestingly, it's an extremely bad decision in my view, because the decision says that if you have a company that needs assistance, it mustn't hire H-1B workers, which really means if you have a company that's weak and you want to assist it, you're going to deny it the opportunity to hire cheaper labor.
Whatever it may be, the effect is there to see. A wave of panic and companies going bust. In the end, companies are being termed cheaters, with ordinary working professionals becoming the victims. With Anand, this is Sai Manish for NDTV Hindu.
Well, better beware of such fraudulent traps. Now, there's been fresh reactions coming in after the announcement that the family courts will be working on weekends as well. The Women Lawyers Association says it's just not enough. In a representation to the Chief Justice of the Madras High Court, they urged that the move should be withdrawn immediately and also demanded that additional family courts should be sanctioned to clear the pendency.
We strongly oppose the functioning of family courts Saturday and Sunday. Secondly, in fact, we had given a lot of representations for the additional family courts to be brought in the campus, whereas that consideration has not been fulfilled yet. And then immediately the Registrar General's order should be withdrawn.
Now, while engineering and medical counselling hog all the limelight, counselling for BA and BL degree courses commenced in the city on a high note. Law seems to be the top choice for many students from the small cities. Our reporter Lokpriya tracked the first day of law counselling that had about 70% attendance already.
Ten Murray comes from a weaver's family in Chengimalai, a small town in Erode district. She had secured the 6th rank in law college entrance examinations, and now at the counselling session, she has been offered a seat in the Dr. Ambedkar Government Law College, the premier law institute in the state.
எனக்கு சீட் கிடைச்சிருக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே கிடைச்சிருக்கு நான் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கேன் நான் படிச்சு லாயர் ஆகி எல்லாருக்கும் நல்ல நீதி கொண்டு வருவேன்.
Like Tenmuri, 300 other students have been given admission to 6 law colleges in the state. Nearly 2,364 applicants had applied for law courses, with the cut-off marks this year being unusually higher than previous years.
And the special feature of this year counselling is, last year we got only 2,200 applications. This year we got 2,632 applications. That is 432 applications more for this academic year. And there is a heavy competition from among the SC category. More number of SC candidates are competing for their quota. However, some SCs are also being selected under OC category.
The total number of seats on offer are 1,052, with the Dr. Ambedkar College offering 241 seats for counselling. The counselling will go until Saturday. In Chennai with Lokpriya, Nithala, NDTV Hindu.
Now, here are some very interesting pictures. An Indian immigrant in Singapore was held at the Malaysian border trying to sneak out inside the speaker box of the car. The man from Tamil Nadu was caught hiding in that box so that the driver could ferry him across the border undetected. The man is said to have paid around 1,500 Singapore dollars for undertaking this perilous journey. He had no proper documents to leave the country and therefore planned to escape this way. The man and the car driver have been detained by the Singapore police. Now, the Spanish Armadas may be a lot of our favorites and that of the 8-legged ones as well. That's all coming up in the next moment.